So following on from the last article that we did on activation of the lower limbs, we're going to look at some upper body activations that can actually have a big effect on the shoulder and the sort of upper thoracic area in the spine. Looking really at the application not only on our racket sports and our other activities, but also on our general day-to-day life and our sitting and standing postures. So we're going to have a look at how we can start to release off some of the front portion of the body to have a good effect on activating the muscles of the posterior side of the body and increase function. So we're going to bring Alex in for this just to show some of the demonstrations on some of these release techniques and these activation techniques. First off, we're going to actually test what his mobility is like. So Alex, I'm just going to get you to just reach up straight on, right overhead, just as far as you feel comfortable. And I want you to think about how that feels through your upper body, how that feels through your shoulders, around in the sort of upper portion of your spine, and keep that in mind for when we do the releases.
The side feels tighter.
Okay, so in this case we're going to actually do the releases on that left side because he's already stating that left shoulder is feeling a little tighter. As it's all, again, self sort of medicating really, you can actually do all of these techniques on yourself. So I'm going to get Alex just to find the sort of point of his sternum, the very base of his sternum to start with. I'm just going to get you to start to massage there, just sort of 10-15 seconds or so, start to reach through that area, just using fingertips and a moderate force on there. We don't need to really dig in quite sort of hard. And I'm going to get him to slowly start to work up the whole length of the sternum, and we're actually going to work all the way up the sternum, right up to just below the neck where the collarbones attach into here. So right the way through there, just freeing that up, circles up and down, just freeing all of that tissue through. Excellent. Once we've got up to the top of the neck, we're going to come back down to that starting point, and we're going to just work off in a V. So with Alex here, we're going to just work into that left side, just as the ribs start to curve round off the base of the sternum there. So again, similar sort of idea, just getting those fingers in, starting to release off those tissues. And from here again, because we're doing that left side, just going to get Alex to place his right hand across his chest, working in between the ribs now into those intercostal muscles. You might find that some of this is a little bit uncomfortable through here as well. So just giving that a good rub through. And the final area that we're going to work on, just going to get you to place your hand across your chest. So we're almost using a line from the collarbones through to the armpit really. And again, similar sort of idea, just getting in, using those fingertips to rub through and free that tissue up. And as you can see, it's relatively simple to do. You can do it standing up, sitting down, laying down, whatever position you're in really, you can start to free that tissue up. And from there, just going to get you to shrug your shoulders a little, and I'm going to get you to do exactly the same test and just see, again, just comparing in your eye again how much freer that movement looks and how much freer Alex is through that shoulder and upper body. So certainly everything focusing on releasing this area to activate the posterior muscles and to actually give him some better function through his shoulder girdle altogether.